I'm so proud of you.
it's actually one of my stories, so I have
Y'all
it.
ready for this?
Down, 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 down.
Welcome to Splash Pages. Dun, 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 Splash Pages. It's on Tuesday night. Let's start the show, please, God. Let's go.
Boop, boop, boop. Come on, Leo. Leo, Lilo.
You all rock.
Leo, and Drew. Drew and Leo. Leo.
Phenomena.
No.
Oh, we're not doing that again.
Too
It
early.
was so much fun, though. Leo.
Somebody press the button.
God.
So the only thing left to say, of course, is the one obvious thing. Hey, stop it!
Hey, happy Tuesday, everybody, and happy New Year. This is going to be a fun show, and you know me. My name's Leo, and without further ado, Jar Jar.
Ah, it's me. Oh my God, I'm on TV. Hey everybody, it's Tuesday night. Are you ready for a kind of laid back night for us, guys? No pressure. It's a easy laid back, just news and some comics and us.
Yeah, and some cool stuff coming out too. But yeah, Carrie.
What? Oh, sorry. I was napping with Ratatosker. He got a little bit too drunk the other night, so he's not drinking this evening. He's just hanging out with me and Hinata and our new pillow. What is?
Oh my God.
True. You are like life size.
Hell.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
So yeah. Happy New Year, happy Tuesday. Get out.
Drew.
I'm sorry. That killed me. I'm sorry. I was not expecting that. It's only one day in the new year, and 2024 is like, we got surprises for you, motherfucker. So hi everybody. It's the same show, but clearly some new tricks. Yeah, I have nothing to say other than who am I going to tell to get out tonight? That's
You know it's
let's
me.
do this.
It's always me.
No. It's been you. It's been Jeremy, and occasionally it's Carrie, but only because she's following you two ginger dumbasses example. So
Shots fired.
Hello.
All right. Well, listen, it's a new year. And you know, now I want to put on my glasses and sound like a Leo. But so how's everybody doing? How's the new year been so far?
Oh, it's been fantastic.
Oh,
Anybody
okay.
get anything really great for Christmas or
Sleep.
holidays or their
I did.
whatever you call them?
Oh no,
You got a book?
he got a book.
I got multiple books.
Ugh,
Oh no.
crushing it.
And it's like looking into Leo's future flea market
All
sale.
it takes is a goal. There it is.
He keeps showing me books. I keep thinking garage sale, $50.
How to take smart notes.
Yeah. I'm yeah. I have a problem.
You do. You have so many problems, but we don't have enough time to tell about all of them.
With books, it's not a problem. It's always.
I was expecting some new Transformer or something.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I've been trying to be good, you know. I was so close
Thank
to
you. That's
ordering,
me, right?
Ordering.
Yeah, you're clearly their favorite part of Tuesday, you ginger string bean.
I was so close to getting a KO version of Jetfire, the MP version, but I decided not to. So.
And when you say you decided not to, that means your wife decided no, right?
No. It's I could have, you know, a lot of times they don't know what to get me for Christmas, so a lot of times I
know what happened. She was
buy
just
it and
like, you can do it if you really want to.
But then you got to save more for the house.
Yeah.
You know, there's always a catch, Leo.
Yeah.
It's just like John Wick.
I know that
man.
trick. I know
this
that
is like
trick.
John Wick, man. Consequences. Okay.
Yeah.
But
I got a lot of comfy presents.
Leo, just remember, in your own house, when they say you're excommunicado, that means your house is the couch.
Yep. Or the basement.
Yeah, well, you're used to that, Snake Boy. So,
hold on a second. Carrie was saying something. What were you going to say?
Oh, I was saying I got a lot of comfy presents, but I can't reach. I got lightsaber chopsticks.
Well,
and
yeah,
red, and they fit into Ratatosker's hands. But I have to find something that'll help me hold them on. And then you'll get to see like Sith Ratatosker going all crazy. So I have to wait till I get something that can hold them there. So
Carrie, you know what? I'm just waiting for you. If you could either find or make a little cowl for him, like a Batman cape and cowl, and then you put it on him, and then you have it as a meme, and you just say, "Did somebody say getting nuts?" Actually, no. Carrie had a really cool idea that we were talking about earlier. Tell him about your the death shawl.
Oh yeah. So you know how people take old concert T-shirts and stuff like that and make either a quilt or do something with it? I wear a lot of shawls when I go out. Yeah, I'm old, so I have shawls, but they're easier than coats to take off and do stuff. And I have one of the old from like when I was in high school T-shirts that has Death from Sandman, Neil Gaiman's Sandman, doing with the coffee cup where she's drinking that like I think most people know that T-shirt if you know who Death is.
Yes.
But I also have a lot of different patches that I was going to do, and I've been like trying to find something. And Drew suggested that I use her as like a big patch, and then I could have like a black shawl with like her on the back and put my different patches and stuff on that and take it around.
Yeah, I called it a death shawl.
Yeah, the death shawl. So I don't know what.
Gary, you know what? I just want to say you have inspired me to know exactly what to send you for the next holiday, which will be.
What's up, was that Hag?
It will be a lantern, so that when you are wrapped in your shawl, you can just honestly. So you can just hold on. You can just beware. Bring me Coke Zero. Beware. Hello there. Welcome to Splash Pages. Hello. You know, bring me owls. No, I think that's a great idea. I actually thought you were going to do like a Midnight Suns quilt. You know, little patches. And,
That's fun too.
I tagged you on a really cheap. Well, I don't know if it was cheap after I tagged you. It started off cheap.
I woke up too late for it.
Oh, it was a lot of Ghost Rider books. How much did it end up going for?
I didn't actually look because
Yeah,
I
it
was
would have
like, I
probably
missed it. I
been
was sad. I
heartbreaking.
wanted to like,
see,
yeah.
see, Carrie, that is a sign that Jar really cares about you because he's letting you know about sweet deals.
Yeah, yeah. I
You
was
know?
just like, oh, hey, I know
Yeah.
somebody who would like this.
Yeah,
It
he's
had,
looking out for you, kid.
yeah.
Don't let it go.
So, what'd you two get for Christmas? What were your
Yeah,
what were
yeah.
your
What'd you
big
get? What'd you get?
keys?
I got a new Lego Mandalorian headset.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I got also a little speeder or not a speeder, some kind of spaceship that came with Yoda and R2D2.
Okay.
That one's already built and finished.
Cool.
The
Yeah.
Nintendo head's a little more time consuming. I have to do a little bit here and there.
Just put on a show you don't care about and just rewatch and just build.
You
Have-
can record yourself and do the speed build thing.
Oh no, I tried doing that before and I lost all the video. I got so confused. ADD does not work well. No, I'd need somebody else to record it and then them to help. Like, I'm just a mess over here.
Are you saying your beloved wouldn't be down and just record you playing with your
Oh,
toys?
hell's to the nah.
So I don't want to cause any trouble here because I know how much trouble it caused me. But
Oh no.
well, you know, Transformers are expensive.
Oh, here we go.
So, you know, often I'll buy a knockoff, you know, straight from, you know, China. And it's like
What?
yeah, there's a whole like,
Like almost Timu.
Whoa. Hold on. Time out. Hold on. I'm sorry, Mr. Pond. I need to interrupt you. Are you telling me that you are so cost effective you're buying bootleg Transformers?
well, they're not bootleg. It's just they're
Specifically.
knockoffs. They're considered fourth party.
Okay.
But a lot of times, like, you know, the masterpiece were like the Jetfire I was talking about. Those are about $350. The knockoff is $100.
Okay.
So there's like a whole, you know, whole community, not community, but there's a whole line of knockoffs you can buy, different companies and stuff like that. But
Okay.
what started popping up, and I thought of you, Jar Jar, is they're now doing knockoff Legos.
Oh. Legos are expensive. That's
They
why I have
are.
to wait for like holidays.
My
and stuff.
God. I couldn't believe, what was it? When they released that Avengers Tower, they were like, oh yeah, all these pieces, like $400. I was like, gee, are they made with solid gold? Like,
Yeah.
God damn. I mean, I don't even want to know what, because I got my Lego Firehouse from Ghostbusters as a present, and I do not want to know how much that cost.
Don't look it up, man.
Yeah, because I'm going to be like, Mom, why?
Shocking. When I got the Millennium Falcon, I looked that up. I almost sold it because it's like $850.
No, I know, and that's, you know, it's funny you say that because I own a Lego Millennium Falcon. I've never opened it, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, man, I could probably sell this and make a nice amount of money. Like, it's never been opened, it's still intact, and it's just one of those where I got it as a gift, and it was like, it's one of those where I appreciate the gift. You know, the sentiment was very much there. I just don't have room for it, and it's, you know.
That also becomes an issue. That's why I have the one room.
Right.
I gotta
To roll them
at
all
some
one
point.
room.
Yeah, I'm gonna branch out into the rest of the house sooner or later.
Let his contagion spread to the rest of the house.
The ceiling is bare right now, but the walls that are actually flat are full of toys and stuff. So I need another canvas to work upon.
Mm-hmm. See, Leo, you're not the only person who does bootleg Legos.
Yeah.
You know, it's totally fine.
You know,
Well, have you seen the Lego Transformers? They have like Optimus Prime you can
Oh,
build
yeah.
out of Legos and all
Oh,
that.
he knows.
I was so tempted to get into Legos. Like, I applied for a job at Lego, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
made
doesn't surprise me.
made it to the third interview, and it did not go well.
Why
What
did
they
they
have
ask
you
you to build
build?
a Lego in like 5 minutes and you couldn't do it?
Dude, I put these things together and I sit there and I'm like, I could never imagine being the guy that comes up with these builds.
You know the
Like,
funny thing is I
it
loved
makes no
Legos
sense.
as a kid, but I really enjoyed building my own more. Like I would just build my own stuff and have my own adventures.
Oh yeah, I like doing that too,
Yes.
but like these like it's so intricate that they become these solid things. Like the stuff I build you can knock down no problem.
Right.
These at least you'd have to drop from a 4 foot, 5 foot high.
That's why with the Lego movie, when they're like, "Oh, hey, master builder," I was like, "I was this before this movie was cool. I was master building shit."
I just want to say, if anybody from work is listening, I applied. It was a long time ago. It was like 5-6 years ago. So.
Are you afraid you're going to get called into a meeting tomorrow?
I love my
sounds
job. I love my
delicious.
job.
What were you saying,
My
Carrie?
second cousin is one of the he's a Lego hobbyist, I guess would be the term, and he goes to the conventions and he is one of the fastest speed builders. He's been invited, like they were like, "You need to come out to Vegas for the big national conference thing." And he's like, "Okay, where's my plane ticket?" And they're like, "Oh, you kind of gotta buy that." And he's like, "Yeah, I'll just stay here and get all the prizes in Nebraska." But yeah, he's double jointed, so he has his he'll get twice as many done as most people in the little time they have.
You know what? I'm sorry, Carrie. When you're saying that, I'm just imagining like a Lego version of the Wizard right now. I'm just seeing that, and I'm just like, no. All right. Well,
Drew, you
That's
didn't say what you got for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
I got sleep. Okay, and that's all I'm going to talk about. I got sleep, and I'm no longer sick, minus the occasional congestion and cough, and that's all I'm thinking about because it's the less said, the better, Leo. It's a new year. I'm moving on, and with that, let's talk about something else, please.
Okay, well, I just wanted to show, since we were talking about stuff, this popped up in my feed the other day, and I thought of you, Drew. So I've been eyeing 3D printers. I found a company that sells like detailed 3D prints. So you print and build this yourself.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. You can make it any size you want.
There you go. I like how you're saying this like you're trying to sell. Like Leo, I take it back. You would have been a great car salesman. I can just see it now, just slapping the hood down, being like, "This baby is going to take you places. How many places you want to go? It's going to be places you need to go." Hi, name's Leo. Let's find the right car for you.
Let's play ball.
I found a pinhead 3D print thing that you actually print the pins to put in as well. And so I want to see if I can send some, but it's only like this big. So I need to see if anybody I know can do it up a size larger, so it's almost like regular head size, and then get skewered and do the cheese thing with
Kevin Crook
pinhead order server.
Made me these things on his 3D printer. The Sloth Godzilla. This one is really big. Hold on.
That's what she said.
So it had to come in pieces. Don't fall. Don't fall.
Wow.
That Skeletor cool. Holding up his staff.
That is so cool, man.
Face on there. Hold on. Turn, you son of a. Don't you break on me.
Wow. That is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's all 3D printed. I will one day get it painted and then glue it all together so it doesn't. But they're pretty dope.
They are, yeah. Good job, Kevin.
All right. So we got a bit of ground to cover. I think that's enough banter, although Leo, but we have other things to talk about with the banter. Shut up, Leo. We're going to talk about it later. Do you guys want to just get to the news? Then we can get to the book, which I think, Leo, was the book your recommendation?
It was, yeah.
It was a solid read, man.
It was. I was
Impressed.
quite. Yeah, I was thinking Superman. Oh man.
Well, you just don't like origin stories. I think we kind of beat that out of you last year.
But this wasn't so bad for an origin story. I liked the progression. It was like going through many years, not generations, but like, different decades.
Well,
So,
before we do that, yes, Drew.
I was going to say, do you guys want to talk about the book first, then news? Because it sounded like we were going down that path.
No. Let's do news first.
All right. So, Leo, go.
Because
Okay.
we could be done with the book in like 15 minutes.
That's true.
Okay. Well, before news, we need.
I walked right into that.
Such anxiety for that.
It's not even your week. Calm down.
I know, but like the sound of it, it's just like, ah.
It makes it more epic than it actually is.
Okay, so let's see. I think this week is me, right?
Yes, it is. And it's again a very short week, so lucky you.
Oh, thank you.
You're
So
welcome.
let's see. Let me open up my notes here and let me know if this is the right one or not. So Marvel Comics has released new cover art for their upcoming Avengers versus Vampires crossover event.
Okay, no.
No, that's not it.
My God, Leo.
Hold on.
Leo, that's the Kid Venom.
Oh, the Kid Venom. Hold on. Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Oh my God. Every time.
Yeah.
It's just been one of those
This is
days.
why I'm so scared of doing it. I'm like, God damn it, Leo can't handle it.
Yeah,
He's
I know.
freaking Whiz.
Yeah. I mean, he has fangs, so it's
Okay. Do you want to try this again?
So
Go.
Marvel Comics revealed a surprise variant cover for Kid Venom Origins by Luciano Vecchio. Comic shops will receive the special unannounced variant cover to celebrate the new series. This is another complimentary cover for the Marvel to show an appreciation for retailers and generate excitement. The story follows Kintaro, a 10th century Japanese who will do whatever it takes to protect his village from symbiote attacks. He bonds with a symbiote called Clinter and becomes Kid Venom, gaining new abilities. However, there are others interested in Kintaro and his symbiote. The world of Kid Venom expands with new characters and dangers revealed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I really like that.
The cover is very nice. And this is similar to like how we got surprised with that stellar Grey Capullo variant cover a little bit back in 2023. So, yeah, it's beautiful.
Way back in 2023.
Yeah, it was last year.
Yeah.
Wow.
The way the pants look and stuff. I like all the old, like, Rurouni Kenshin is one of my favorite animes and stuff, and I just love the whole samurai.
Well, I think it's also interesting because this is going to be another one of those where it's written and drawn by the same person. So you have that double creator feel to it.
I wonder, like in this day and age where everything's popping so quickly, how much time they're given to take on a task like that.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that they'd ask in advance, so it could be ready for a specific timeline. You know, but I mean, again, this is going to be released. To correct me if I'm wrong, this is going to be on sale tomorrow. So if you like what you're seeing here, guys, talk to your local LCS. So.
Oh, it's time.
Good morning. Sorry about that.
Morning.
So I think there's one more, Leo.
There is. Okay, so now Marvel Comics has released new cover art for their upcoming Avengers versus Vampires crossover event. The vampires plan to take over the world and turn off all the lights, but a new world order might be needed to restore them. The cover art, illustrated by Kaine the Jew, features heroes like Blade, Doctor Strange, Tigra,
Oh my
or
God.
Captain America, Captain Marvel, Scarlet Witch, and the new Moon Knight.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't know. If I can just be honest for a second, I'm still really on the fence about this because, like, I don't know. That's just, I feel like we've seen this before.
Well, DC had their whole vampire event just last year.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like we've seen this before, and
Too
Marvel's
soon,
done.
Marvel. Too soon.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it's just also Marvel has done things like with vampires, and I was just like,
Zombies.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I need to really be impressed with this for me to actually like read it. Otherwise, it's gonna be like with Gang War. I just see the ads, I'm like, pass.
Yeah, I
Oh,
agree. It's been done, and usually when they go back to stuff, if they've already done it well, it never lives up to its predecessor.
Yeah.
Feels
So
feels like they're doing a what's the trending hashtag right now? Okay, let's do one of those.
yeah, exactly. So I mean, listen, the cover does look dope. I'm not gonna give it that.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I'm gonna give it that, but at the same time, I know this is on sale May 1st, but at the same time, if you want to check it out, by all means, let us know. We'll give it a shot.
Check it out, Leo.
Yeah.
No.
Marvel's not really your block, right?
No, he reads. He just he's picky.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was just let down by the DC one. You know, it's
It was okay. It was okay.
well.
I-
That's the thing, though. I'm not a horror guy, so it's.
I know, which is funny because we keep putting you in these situations.
You do.
We're gonna make a horror fan out of you yet, buddy.
Nope, not gonna
Oh
happen.
my god! Have you guys?
I've heard these things, and yet we'll see. All right.
I had to watch an incredibly weird horror film this week for the re-education of Nancy Handwriter, and like,
Plug.
oh my god, yeah, shameless
Plug. Just out of curiosity, before we get to the rest of the news, what was the movie, Jar?
Dead Alive.
Yes.
Oh my
Thank
god,
you.
that thing is insane.
Insanely great. Leo would not like it.
No.
See, can I just point out something? Leo, I find it amusing that you are resisting the fact that some of your childhood sounded like a horror movie.
Well,
I've lived through it, so it's like I don't want to.
I was gonna say, if you replaced Leo with the lead character in this movie, it's like you took out snakes and put in zombies instead. Like, it's really like your life.
And Leo, just to let you know, this is a zombie movie that is directed by Peter Jackson. Yes, Mr. Lord of the Rings did horror movies.
Yeah, he did Frighteners.
Right. So this was the one before Frighteners. And it holds a world record for most fake blood used in a movie.
Oh my god, it is
gushing.
Redunculous.
Yeah. But it's the only time you've ever seen a protagonist dispose of zombies using a lawnmower.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's what made me think of Leo. I was like, I wonder if Leo took out snakes like this.
He would. That's how he earned the title of King Cobra. But we'll tell that story later in 2024. Right now, there's more news.
Well, there was one time where I ran.
No. Later. You got to keep them wanting.
I started. I got to get it out.
No.
Yeah.
No. Leo, I am putting the gasoline down the well. I am lighting the match later. Thank you. Listen to Pillow Me.
Pillow Me.
Okay.
So anyway, as soon as I could walk, my dad put me on wheels,
Leo, mute me. For the love of God.
So he built me a go-kart.
Oh my God. Leo, do you have any showmanship? Do you have any idea about making them building momentum? You know what? I take it back, Leo. Tell us. Ruin the momentum.
I love
it. Keep, you know what? Fuck it. We're not about that. Okay. You can't even say names correct. Okay, go.
Well, since I started, I got to get it out. So, you know, he built me a go-kart, and it didn't have brakes. The only way I could like stop would be like running into things. I had to be like 8 or 9 or something like that. But I remember driving through the high grass in the field, and I ran over a snake, and it chased me. All I saw behind me was the thrashing grass. Oh, it scared the crap out of me.
Running through,
So much
now I
anxiety.
imagine is there's Leo driving through the cornfields. It's a snake, not just a regular what kind of green something or brown something, but a big like goddamn snake coming after Leo. It's just huge. That's
Well,
what I imagine in your
God, I
stories.
just got a great idea for a meme.
well,
Okay.
there was a time where I was riding my motorcycle through some brush, and I was trying to make way, and I actually landed in a thorn bush. That was terrible.
For more
Absolutely
stories
terrible.
like these, please
Horrible.
check over on the
It
Owlite
was.
Network with our Owlite Society, where we did have special guest Leo Pond on talking about all the different stories of him growing up on a farm
Yes, they're called
and killing
scales.
snakes.
That is his scary stories. They're called scales.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure there's more stories, Carrie, but
My God,
I
Oh, we
probably
please
wish
change the
that.
subject. I'm going to pop a blood vessel
Oh.
in my eye. I know it. Can you please, for the love of God, move on to the other news?
Okay, so we are going to talk about news. One thing I wanted to talk about was before we get into the actual news, is have you all heard about the CGC scam going on?
No.
Yes, I was reading
No,
up on it, and
I've
that's
heard a bit.
crazy.
So
I
some
heard a very
internet sleuths have been trying to follow this, but apparently some scammers have been opening CGC books and then replacing the book with a different copy.
Wow.
So one was one book they actually found, because they actually found the I forgot which site lists, actually shows pictures of the books that are sold, but they narrowed it down. It was a Hulk 181. It was
Okay.
a $10,000 variant, or not variant, but $10,000 version, and it was replaced with a $7,000 version.
Wow.
And I guess there's a, what is it, Spider-Man 252? That's like a blue diamond or something like that. That's extremely expensive.
Right.
And that was replaced with a standard print version.
Wow.
You mean a Mark Jewelers?
That might be it. Yeah.
Did you
Wow.
see how they're getting away with it? Oh, okay. Go on.
People have gotten away with it, but CGC did an announcement this week explaining what was going on. It sounds like that they were using like a heat gun to
Well,
bypass.
the other thing that
Yeah,
the
to
other thing
pop
they
I
were
was
doing
wondering.
was they take them out, they keep the serial number on it, they take the cheaper version, and they do something that, like, it's a cheaper version, like they'll get a $25,000 comic appraised, then they get in another copy of the same one, but it's something that's worth less as far as grade wise goes, but it has like one of those little flyers or some additional thing in it. And they'll say, oh, you didn't see this part when you were doing the initial grade, you didn't put it on the thing. They send that one back in, like you were saying, and then they go through. And a lot of times they don't check very close. They just say, oh, yep, there it is, and mark it, reseal it for them with the same serial number from the prior one. And then they take the one that was in the earlier one, send it in, and get that one graded again, because there's no way to identify each individual comic book for them. They have to go by the serial numbers, but they're
There's
reusing
always
the same serial
some kind
numbers.
of some kind of
They've
trickery
also
going
found
on.
they've also found people who've been doing the same things with coins and other collectibles too. So,
All
and
right. Cool.
they're thinking this is up in the thousands at least.
Well,
There are people who've been doing this for years.
I have a
So,
few slapped comics, but I'm not person who sends them out. I've picked them up on
Never did it.
in the wild like that.
I can't bring myself to do it.
Oh, I did it once, and it took 9 months to get my book back.
No, thank you.
It was crazy. I was just like, hey, you could have a kid in
I
this amount of time.
I don't like that somebody else can tell me how important a book is.
That too.
Yeah, to me, I think that has contributed to a downfall in the market because you're looking for someone else's judgment. To me, a well-read book is a huge thank you to the artist and the writer and everyone involved, because it says this book was read, this book was appreciated, this book is loved. To me, that's, I think, because let's be real here, comic books are a collection. You are collecting. But there's a thing of being a fan. You're collecting because you love the story, because you love the character, you love the work, and then you're collecting because you want to sell it. So in that regard, you are a salesman. You're a comic book salesman. You know, which is fine. You know, you paid the money. You can do whatever you want. It's your property now. But they're two separate people. It's two sides of the same coin. You know, and I don't know. I just think CDC's kind of mucked things up, because now it's like, okay, so if I decided I wanted to sell this book, it doesn't matter that I have all the creators signing it. If it's got a couple of goddamn wrinkles, suddenly it's worth less. I'm like, excuse me. You know, like I'll never understand. Like, you have some people, they'll have like parts on the book. Like, I want you to sign right here. And I'm just like, does it matter? Like no, I've put out I'm like, why? Why is this a thing?
I think as far as the collecting goes, though, you're going to find the same on the collector's side of it, where it's like they don't care if it's in a slab or not. They see that it has all 4 collectors. But
Right.
Another thing is some people like to go out and get them signed themselves. Like, I wouldn't buy you a signed comic unless the person was dead, because you would rather go and have it actually autographed yourself.
Right. Now that makes sense. You know, it's like, for me, if I knew of a first appearance that I found at good price, and I knew it would make one of you really happy, and it's not going to break my metaphorical piggy bank, okay, I'll eat that cost if it's going to make y'all happy, you know. But I don't know. I've never really been one that's like, oh, I have to have this near mint 1 in 1,000th version. I'm like, okay, like, and I trust me, I have like a Killing Joke that's one of the original runs. You know, it cost me like $100, but it's the Killing Joke. You know, like, there are some books you shell out the money for a good variant. You know, I think the only first appearance I own that I shelled out both enough to get signed was New Mutants 97. The first appearance of Deadpool.
98, you mean?
Yeah, sorry, 98. Thank you. Yeah, 98.
No worries.
Yeah, and that's the only one I have signed by Fabian and Rob Liefeld.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's the only one that I'm like, that's my first appearance. Everything else is just coincidentally, it's a first appearance. Because again, Jar, you see this with the market. Anytime a new character debuts, they show up in a new movie, that first appearance goes way up.
It really does. It's fantastic. And then if the movie tanks or something, the book drops in value
way down.
But if it stays where, like Deadpool, that one's like, you're nice for a while.
Pretty much.
Never is going down below. I think for like a near mint, whatever, blah blah blah, they're like asking somewhere around 1,200, something like that. So
right, you know,
and it'll never go below that.
No, but yeah, so it is what it is.
In my opinion.
No, I get it. And then trust me, if I ever decide to sell any of my collection, you're my guy. I'd be like, I need help. And Jared would be like,
I've been out of the loop for a little while, so I'd have to brush up on my skills.
it's all right. It's like riding a bike, except you're selling comics.
I'm waiting the next. I did a huge binge, like I don't know, however many months ago, and then like my next binge isn't until like 60. So I got about 20 years.
I have faith in you, buddy. All right, we've bantered enough, Leo. Let's get some
Bantered
more news.
again. God damn it. We
Sorry.
got
I couldn't
stuck in
scroll
a
this
banter.
We didn't even talk about what if and
Yeah, we'll get there. It's a lot of time. News.
fine.
I haven't had enough time to watch What If yet.
Same. So that's another reason I want to talk about it.
This is me, X-Men 97. Boop,
Dun,
boop,
dun,
boop, boop,
dun,
boop,
dun,
boop.
dun, 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 dun. Jar Jar, go.
The X-Men are making a comeback on 90s era. It's getting a fresh look. All right, Marvel Studios is set to release X-Men 97 on Disney Plus, and leading up to this highly anticipated series, a new X-Men 97 comic is on the horizon. This 4-issue series has been crafted in close collaboration with the show's creators and is designed to complement the television show. Steve Fox, known for his work on Dead X-Men and Dark X-Men, is the writer, and Salva Espin is the artist. In this official prelude, fans will get a glimpse into the lives of iconic characters like Storm, Jubilee, Wolverine, and the rest of the beloved 90s X-Men cast before their return to the screen. The comic is filled with startling revelations that directly tie into the upcoming series, adding an extra layer of excitement for fans eagerly awaiting the new X-Men 97. Todd Nook's cover is already generating buzz, and readers are encouraged to mark their calendars for the release of X-Men 97 #1, hitting stands in March. Don't miss out on this opportunity to divide the world of X-Men once again. Huh?
And so
I'm good.
perfect time to hit your LCS and say, hey, this book's coming out, set it aside for me.
Totally.
Yeah. What Leo said.
Yeah. And it's also such a great team because they've already had experience working with the 90s era because they did that back with X-Men 92, House of X. I think it's XCII. I don't know Roman numerals, so whatever. And then Salva Espin is a great artist. He did some Brian Posen and Greg Dugan's run on Deadpool, and he's just a great artist. So, you definitely it's going to be nice to see what they add to the series. So we'll see.
By the way, you talk about me with names. It's Posehn, not
Fuck
Posehn.
you.
Yeah,
You can't even.
Posehn.
You don't even know what story you're covering.
Posehn in the membrane.
I'm sorry. It was a long day today.
You know what? Let's talk. You know what? You want to talk about a New Year's resolution for splash pages? Getting creators' names right.
Nah, that'll never happen.
Yep.
That's way too high of a goal for us.
All right.
I think that's part of our charm.
It is.
I wish it wasn't, but I think it is.
Well, what it is we have them on a show. We have them, go over their pronunciation, and then we say it wrong again.
All right. There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
So if we say it wrong, we can get them on the show just to correct us. Oh, it's me.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, you stole Batman from Leo this week.
I know. 2 Batman stories you stole.
I found one of them. So, yeah, sorry. But they all tie together. My whole spigot.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it, Carrie.
All right. So we have got Batman teaming up with the Italian comic hero, Dylan Dog. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce this right. Okay. Sergio Bonelli is the creator of, Tiziano Sclavi.
Yes.
Created in 1986. He is an investigator that came from, they used to print him all in black and white in most of the comic books that you'll see him in. Dark Horse has been publishing them since in 1999, 2002, and 2009. But they're teaming him together with Batman, and so we get to have his mortal enemy, Professor Zabarus, mad genius with a taste for bringing the dead back to life, with Joker. So we get this supernatural investigator who has as his sidekick, instead of Alfred, we get Groucho, who thinks he's Groucho Marx, apparently. And he acts like him and has kind of gotten lost in the whole thing. And he has a mentor, Inspector Block, who is going to be, side by side with oh,
Commissioner Gordon.
thank you. I'm like, I wrote all this out and then I moved things around. But anyway, so we're gonna have this great ongoing thing between Batman and Dylan Dog, as well as their nemesis, their friends, and it sounds like it's gonna be a lot of fun. This is gonna be available for you on March 12th, and it's being put out. Jesus
It's the first of 3 issues, and it's also important to note that it's actually published last year in Italy by Sergio Bonelli Editore. So now this is essentially the English translation.
Oh, nice.
So,
Yeah, it's the English version coming out. But yes, so go ahead and get ready to meet 2 really interesting detectives going at different things. Oh, and he also likes to play the clarinet. He's kind of got that Sherlockian thing going on for him. So,
well, yeah, and it's also nice to see this because there was a few years ago a Dylan Dog movie that we might remember where the character was played by Brandon Routh, and his sidekick was I can never remember this actor's name, but he's been in some of my favorite movies. He was Jimmy Olsen in was it Superman? The Brandon Routh Superman movie, the one that Bryan Singer did. You guys, okay, whatever.
I'm trying to think. I'm no good with names.
Yeah, I know you aren't. Neither am I. But the point being is that he was his zombie sidekick, and they were investigating, werewolves and vampires and zombies and stuff. And the big thing, the point being is, despite the fact that that movie unfortunately did not do well, Dylan Dog is still very prevalent in the Italian comic book scene, and he has been since the 80s. So
he's very handsome, it looks like. He's kind of got that thing going for him.
Yep. So
and I
everybody,
love the covers.
Yeah, the covers are beautiful. I'll definitely give them that. So honestly, Carrie, I would definitely pick up this next adventure and ring as noted, the screaming doorbell on Craven Road number 7, just to summon the Dylan Dog to see what him and Batman get up to.
Yeah,
Very cool.
I'll be checking it out. I'll let you guys know what I think when we got a couple months. But yeah,
fair enough.
I'll probably forget it's coming out.
There's a lot of Batman stories coming out.
There's always a lot of Batman stories coming out.
Yeah.
It's DC's flagship.
It's kind of a big deal, Leo.
I don't know if you've heard.
Just a little bit. 141 came out today.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta read that. Cool.
Oh, I already read it.
Really?
Yeah, we know.
I read it on my lunch break.
That's fine. So did I.
I'm gonna read it tonight before bed. So
yeah, so you can fall asleep.
I will. Not during Batman though. It'll probably come up when I start. Yeah, maybe Batman.
All right. What's next, Leo?
I'm pretty tired.
So
Spider-Verse.
Yeah, this one's me. So the Edge of Spider-Verse series, set to launch in February, takes fans deeper into the Spider-Verse, reintroducing familiar characters and showcasing new ones. Significant heroes. This series builds upon the legacy of previous installments, which introduced characters like Spider-Gwen, Spider-Rex, and explored the origins of Spider-Boy.
Right.
Also advances the stories of Spider-Man India, which he first appeared in the movie, right?
His first live action appearance was the Spider-Verse movie. But
Got it.
yeah, but essentially Spider-Verse continued the story because he had his limited series. I think it was like 2000, early 2000s. Which now, of course, because of the movie, not only did they do that limited series where he got a new costume at the end, but his profile is worldwide now. So
Oh, totally. So the first issue of the series features the debut of Weapon 8 and the return of Spider Bite, while the second issue, releasing in March, promises a new villain and the comeback of a popular 90s Spider-Man character.
right.
So Care Andrews and Bob Quinn introduced Spider High in Edge of Spider-Verse, where the main character, Gloomy Miller, faces life-threatening challenges from villainous teachers. Amidst this, he encounters a cheerleader and a spooky man. Additionally, Rich Doick and Edgar Salazar revive a 90s favorite, Cyborg Spider-Man, showcasing the renowned spider suit in a new narrative.
Oh, cool. Yeah. That should be pretty interesting. And then you got Chad Hardin doing the art for that cover right there. So that's going to be, that's always nice.
That looks like a cool toy.
Yeah. I listen, this Spider-Verse does look pretty interesting. Like Carrie covered, then the first issue we're going to have Weapon 8, which is, I guess, the Spider-Man Weapon X character. And then we'll see Spider Bite, this spooky man, maybe that character that was hinted at on last show's variant. So could be. All right.
Yeah, cool stuff. Cool.
Man. Cool.
Next up.
Yes. So this is one of mine. Super pumped that one of the co-creators for Spider-Man 2099 is coming back to this character. Peter David is coming back with his symbiote Spider-Man 2099. Now, this isn't to be confused with the Spider-Man 2099 arc where we saw Venom 2099. So this could be something a little different. So you have Peter David joining artist Roge Antonio, who I know from some of his early work during the New 52's Batman annual issue number 3, but he's also been doing some extremely great work on the Carnage series coming out. So this, Peter David's back to 2099. It's a 5-issue series, returning back to 2099, where we see Miguel O'Hara dealing with his own version of the Venom crisis. So as synopsis says, Miguel O'Hara, aka Spidey 29, is facing a hostile takeover of his own body. So his frequent enemy, Cronstone, who, as I know, is the Venom of 2099, wages an all-out assault on Alchemax, and the only power of stopping him lies within the top-secret project going terribly wrong. What must Miguel sacrifice to seal the bond with his new symbiote? His body, his mind, or his very soul? So you've got Peter David writing it, Roge doing the artwork. You've got a bomb cover by, of course, the great Lionel Yu, variant by Ken Lashley, and then 2 variants by Greg Land. On sale March 13th. This looks awesome. I'm definitely buying this, not just to continue my support of Peter David in all his 2099 goodness, but his stuff is always solid when it comes to Miguel, and it's just, I'm so pumped.
They're definitely not the chibi Venoms we've been used to. They're looking
scary.
Your excitement's infectious, Drew. You're just like, whoa!
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, look at that cover. That's Lionel. That's Lionel's work to a T. Look at that. That's gorgeous.
He's become one of my favorite.
Almost looks like
artists since I've met you
Magneto
guys.
inside it.
Well, it's the color scheme, but and I can't tell whose that is, but looks pretty dope. Like the whole 3 covers look pretty great. So super pumped.
Lamb.
So, okay. And then that's Ken Lashley.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Monster.
Dope stuff, man. Can't wait.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, Jar Jar.
Woo! Web of Spider-Man. All right, prepare for the next chapter in Spider-Man's narrative. We got a lot of Spidey news tonight, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot of
As
Spidey
Web
news.
of Spider-Man #1 swings into action in March. This unique giant-sized one-shot promises an immersive experience for both diehard Spidey enthusiasts and newcomers to the world of Spider-Man comics. Features special stories that set the stage for the future of Marvel's iconic web-slinging heroes. A collaboration of current and future Spider-Man writers and artists will kickstart impactful storylines, shed light on villains and spider heroes destined for spotlight, and introduce narrative threads that will reverberate through the Spider-Verse in 2024. The issue is a treasure trove. I love that. Treasure trove for fans, offering entry points into the ongoing runs of Amazing Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, and Spectacular Spider-Man. Here's a sneak peek into what's in store if you'd like to hear. Zeb Wells, along Ed McGuinness and John Romita Jr., weave tales of future brilliance, exploring the two goblins and delving into the effects of gang war while setting the stage for their next monumental story. Greg Weisman lays the foundation for the second arc of Spectacular Spider-Man. Is it Steve Fox or Folks?
I would say Fox.
Okay, Steve Fox and Greg Land catch up on the Chasm and Kaine, two Scarlet Spider clones set to make a powerful return next year.
Right.
The question looms, will they be allies or enemies? And there's a mysterious figure lurking in the shadows that would catch readers by surprise. And the new Edge of Spider-Verse volume introduces the Spider Society, offering a tantalizing glimpse into the series from the writer Alex Segura and legendary Salvador La Roca. And that's just the beginning. There's like a whole, as it said, treasure trove.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Jeremy, but that's also a Greg Capullo cover, right?
I don't have that. Yeah, that's definitely Capullo.
Right there.
Yeah. God.
Sorry, I wasn't looking at the screen at first.
No, it's fine. But oh man, that is gorgeous.
Yeah, it is. That amazing cover.
Just Greg never disappoints. So yeah, it's March 27th, I think. There's a lot of Spider stuff coming out in March, man.
This is probably going to kick most of it off, I think. So
Absolutely.
it'll probably be in the beginning.
Totally. All right. Nice.
So is it the year of the spider?
Weave the web.
So far.
Cool beans, cool beans.
At least here at Splash Pages.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carrie.
All right. Yeah. This comes out tomorrow, everybody. So go hit up your LCS. This is Pine and Merrimack #1. It's a new story being released by Boom Studios. It's written by Kyle Starks and illustrated by Fran Gillan. Okay. Awesome. And it's in a small town called Jamesport. There's a street corner on Pine and Merrimack, and these two get they're a married couple. She is a former homicide detective, and he is an ex-professional MMA fighter. It's Linnea and Parker Kent. They open up a detective agency in this small town, and everything seemed nice and fun and quiet. Little cases here and there. And then they're suddenly hit by some sinister undertows within the community. And it's going to come up and be a great new horror release. If you don't know about Kyle Starks, he has been nominated for multiple awards. He is known for writing Sex Castle, Rock Candy Mountain, Old Head, and I Hate This Place, which were all published by Image. And this is, like I said, it's drawn and colored by Fran Gillan, who is an up-and-coming in the industry, and lettered by Pat Brousseau, and this will be Stark's first original series at Boom. So this looks, from what I saw of it, it looks like it's going to be funny as well as really kind of dark. There were a couple different sets of pictures I could have taken that they'd released, and I chose the ones that looked a bit darker because there was some excrement being thrown in the other ones, and an angry lady who they just, uncovered something and told her husband about what she was doing because they're private detectives. And
yes,
I thought this looked much better. So,
so great.
The art looks
check it out
amazing.
tomorrow. Yeah, Fran Gillan looks like he's going to be going up through the ranks pretty fast here with
Hey.
work like this.
Always good. All right. I'm always down for a good detective story.
Oh yeah,
Very cool. Very cool. And he says it comes out tomorrow.
comes out tomorrow. Yep.
Nice. Awesome. Okay, next up is me. So,
Yes, this looks great.
yeah, it does. Weapon X-Men is a new 4-issue comic series written by Christopher Gage and illustrated by Yildiray Sanar. Launches in March. It features Wolverines from various Marvel realities like Age of Apocalypse and Marvel Zombies. It includes a new character, Jane Howlett, and the
Ooh.
series spins off from another series, another new one, Original X-Men #1 by Gage and Greg Land,
Mhm.
where Phoenix assembles Professor X's original students. The story involves multiple Wolverines uniting against a formidable enemy, phenomena, with characters like
Banana.
No. We talk about this.
No.
We're not breaking that glass yet.
yeah.
Leo, keep going.
Okay, so we're going to see characters like Old Man Logan and Zombie Wolverine joining the fight. Gage expresses excitement for exploring the Marvel multiverse and promises intense action and dramatic moments.
You know what's funny is they've done something similar like this in Marvel's Exiles, where there was a team of alternate versions of Wolverine hunting down a particular foe. So while I'm very interested because you got Age of Apocalypse, Earth X, Marvel Zombies, you've got a new one, literally a female Wolverine, Jane Howlett. This could be really cool. And then it's only 4 issues, and Christos Gage, who he's done a lot of great work. He was a co-writer on a lot of great issues of Dan Slott's Superior Spider-Man. He also did some great stuff with Justice League, Batman Beyond Unlimited. So, listen, why not? Let's have some fun with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is all like Marvel's well, I guess What If Elseworld Wolverines, huh?
Well, basically, it's just if you're going to recruit a team of the best that he is, you know, why not get more than one of them?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be like a a What If or Elseworlds. I think it's just exploring more of the multiverse. Do you think this is preparing people for the new Deadpool?
I mean that could be a nice motivation, different. Yeah, but I mean, listen, the multiverse is one of the most commonly tapped things in comics today. So, I mean,
it's actually everywhere now. Every show's like, I got a multiverse, and it's like, Jesus Christ, let's stop.
It's about as popular as when a lot of horror comics were using Cthulhu as the common enemy. Like, there was a time, I swear, every goddamn horror story, well, it's Cthulhu. And I'm like, there are other elder gods out there.
Yes, sir.
But the big squid guys, he's the easiest. So, listen, this sounds pretty great. So, might be worth checking out.
Yeah. It's can't get enough of Wolverine.
Yep, and that's on sale March 6th, I believe. So nice.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Hey, check it out, everybody.
Okay, Drew, you're up next.
Yes. So this is another Boom release. This one is not coming out tomorrow. Will be coming out March 13th. This is from Josie Campbell, who's the writer for DC's Amazon Attack. She's also a screenwriter producer for My Adventures with Superman.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. So she got.
I like that show. That was great.
Yeah. So you have Josie Campbell with rising star Alessio Zano, who's done Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You have this new Mad Magazine series, I Heart Skull Crushers. So you have 18-year-old Trini will do anything to compete in her favorite sport, which is called Screaming Paintball. And her hero is the appropriate sports hero, Skull Crusher. So she wants to compete. She can't do it alone. She's going to get a gaggle of misfits They form her team, crossing the American wasteland to battle in Queen Mob's deadly tournament. So she wants to be like Skull Crusher, but do her and her team have what it takes to win a spot on the undefeated Skull Crushing team? So we're looking at anime influences, action, comedy, broken hearts, broken bones, post-apocalyptic death matches, queer characters, everything wrapped in one stellar package. The writer, the artist, the editors, everybody has nothing but huge raves about this. It looks fucking cool. And honestly, I'm all for fun creator series with that nice anime edge. So why not? Check this out.
Once again, Drew, your enthusiasm makes me go, "Ooh, maybe I do want to read this."
You're welcome, buddy. I can't do all the news because then I will need more water. But
Come on.
But listen, honestly, I'm all for just fun, simple comics. This sounds like that. Plus, who doesn't love a sports underdog story?
I need nice short stories or somebody to start something that's going to be ongoing and I pick it up right away.
There you go. Well, this might be something up your alley then, Mr. Jar. So everybody, check this out. March 13, 2024. Available for pre-order. They will have digital copies on Kindle, iBooks, and Google Play. So check it out. Yeah.
Awesome. Jar Jar, you're up next.
Smash that button. Chasm, Curse of Kaine. Christmas is gone, but Marvel fans have received a post-holiday gift with the release of the teaser image for Chasm, the Curse of Kaine. The teaser hints at an upcoming showdown between Spidey's two renowned clones, Ben Reilly and Kaine.
Yep.
Scheduled for a 2024 release, the storyline promises an epic collision between Spider-Man's clones, and readers are urged to stay tuned for further details. For those following the recent events in Amazing Spider-Man, Ben Reilly, the former Scarlet Spider, has faced numerous challenges since his return to the land of the living. In the aftermath of the Beyond era, Beyond Corporation not only stole Ben's memories, but also exposed him to quantum shifting polymers, altering his powers significantly. Ben, now adopting the name Chasm, has donned a twisted green and purple version of his Spider-Man suit, deviating from the traditional Spidey costume and motif. In a recent crossover event, Dark Web, he joined forces with Jean Grey's clone, Madeline Pryor, to create chaos in New York City. On the other hand, Kaine Parker, originally an imperfect and deformed clone of Peter Parker, found a new lease on life during the Spider Island storyline. He embraced the Scarlet Spider persona and embarked on various adventures in Houston, Texas. Whether this storyline unfolds in the main Amazing Spider-Man book or as a separate entity is yet to be revealed. The safe assumption is that Zeb Wells will be the storyteller, but full details, including the creative team, are eagerly awaited. So we don't know very much and don't know an exact release date, but we're assuming sometime during 2024.
I don't know. Jar, I have to be honest, I'm a little skeptical about this because Ben is such a great character, and they really put him through the ringer the last couple of years. I mean, he was the bad guy in that clone conspiracy Spider-Man arc a while back. Then you had this, is the Dark Web series, and then Kaine had a great arc where he was, he's been the fucked up, deformed clone for ages. He gets healed in Spider Island. He becomes the Scarlet Spider. He has a great amount of adventures. He ends up being part of the New Warriors, and that was the last I recall anyone's really seen him, among other things. So it's like, wow, okay, cool. So now you're pitting them against each other. I don't know.
I don't know the reasoning either.
And then I don't know.
Can only be one.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, it's not the first time there's been more than one Spider-Man clone. Marvel World's a big place. I don't understand how people do not bump into each other more often.
For real.
How does anybody sleep in these worlds?
Especially in New York. Like,
I
good
just don't
Lord.
understand anybody sleeps. Like, there are so many threats. How the fuck does anybody get 8 hours? Jeez.
You ever watched the show
See-
Powerless?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
need to bring that back.
Yeah.
That was such a great show. They need to bring it back. Just the everyday lives of the civilians.
Yeah, living with super. Oh my god, yeah, such a good show.
Yeah. So we'll see. But I don't know. I'm with you, Jar. I'm skeptical.
Skeptical.
Yeah, I'm skeptical Spider-Man.
All right, no more Spider-Man news.
Yeah. Move on.
That's it.
Well, next up in Spider-Man, how about Scooby Dooby Doo?
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
I just read this.
Raggy.
So
It was
I
great.
yeah, I
Yeah.
had to steal. So everything on mine is mysteries tonight. So that was my theme going on, and so I had to steal it from Leo. Sorry, but yeah. So okay, we've had Scooby Doo with the Scooby Doo team ups. They've had 50 issues of that. We've had already 2 miniseries of 12 issues of Batman and Scooby Doo mysteries, but we have more
Don't forget
coming
the
out in
original
2024.
cartoon. Original
Oh my-
cartoon, you had 66 Batman teaming up with Scooby Doo.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I wasn't through with everything yet, but okay. So
Okay,
release
all right.
today.
Leo's
We
on
have
fire. He's like, God damn it, you took all the
Release
Batman.
Okay, so release today. We have yet another Batman and Scooby Doo team up going on. This has got brought to you. We have the creators are Shirley Fish, Ivan Cohen, Amanda Debert, and Matthew Cody, along with
Mhm.
artists Dario Brizuela and Scott Geralds. They're also going to be adding in writer Jay Torres and artist Megan Huang.
Okay.
And they would like to say that you might think that we've done a lot of things already and we're running out of stories. And it's like, but we have 50 years of Scoobiness and 80 years of Batman-iness that is out there. So we're going to go all over the place. They have hinted that we're going to see dead men haunting the original carnival that Nightwing came from. They're going to be
Yeah.
meeting in just the first three, in the first three uh, issues. I keep wanting to call them episodes. We're going to be
It's the
meeting the dead
Scooby-Doo.
man. Yeah, Batman in or Dead Man in Haley's Circus. We're going to get to see Solomon Grundy. We're going to get to see Catwoman.
Nice.
And up in the future, they're doing some stuff with Batman from the 30s to the 70s, and there's going to be an issue that's Ivan Cohen is talking about where he's going to be crossing elements of the Tom King Batman with the John Byrne era of Superman. So,
Ooh.
Wow,
yeah.
that's like great.
Yeah, so
Wow.
it looks like it's going to be really good. And it came out today, guys. So go grab it from your LCS.
Oh.
Have
I'm not
some
gonna lie.
fun.
I read this before the show. It was a lot of fun. You know, it's got the Scooby Doo structure with the DC stuff, and then having it
I
in
watched that.
at Haley's Circus. You know, I mean, that's being an integral part of Nightwing's existence. It's just beautiful the way it's done, but it's got that Scooby Doo feel to it, and it's a good read. Jar, you won't fall asleep.
Oh, no
I,
problem.
I haven't read much of the Scooby Doo stuff before, but I'm interested. Is this the first time that they're going to be coming across Solomon Grundy? Because he's a character that I'm learning to love, and I just can't imagine them against him. It's kind of like Batman,
Well,
yeah,
I wonder.
but
Scooby Doo and Gang against Solomon Grundy sounds like something they might have done.
I feel like Carrie, if they're gonna do Solomon Grundy with Scooby Gang, it's gonna look more like Grundy did in
Tom
the
Dog can
Legion
confirm for me.
Legion of Doom from Super Friends.
Tom Dog what Grundy was in that new cartoon actually, I think, with Crypto and the Scooby Doo gang.
Yeah.
I might be wrong. I know Lex Luthor was kind of the main baddie, but
I also know Grundy was also in.
Born on a Monday.
He was, and then he died, and then he came back on Sunday. He's very routine like that.
Mm.
But yeah, Grundy, man,
I
Grundy.
like Grundy.
Yeah. All right, but Scooby Doo,
Where are you?
Batman investigating Dead man haunting
What
Haley's circus. Ooh.
is that the actual title?
I have no idea, but it's definitely what happens.
Okay, so when I look it up later, I was just hoping.
Yeah, I think it's just Batman, Scooby Doo.
It's Batman Scooby-Doo.
Batman Scooby Doo, so it's going to be a tough find. Okay.
But the ending also is really cute. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Just definitely check it out.
Just a one shot?
Yeah, it's 3 issues, but that's the first one.
All right.
Well, it's going to
And
be
it
3
is
issues the
the
first one.
Batman and Scooby Doo.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Okay. Well, next up, so
You.
Michael T. Ford tweeted to asking, is there any truth to the rumors that Tom King is working with you on developing the Supergirl film? He's asking of James Gunn. And if so, are there any other of his acclaimed books, runs you'd consider collaborating with him to bring to the DCU? So Michael T. Ford looks like he works for the Pop Break. And James Gunn did respond to him. We don't have too much information, but what he said was Tom is an integral part of the DCU, not just WOT, so Wonder Woman or Woman of Tomorrow. He's one of the first people I showed the Superman script to, asking for notes. He's included in various ways in numerous other projects, including Woman of Tomorrow and Yes. So how do we think Tom is gonna play into this? Like, I love it that they showed him the Superman script asking for advice. Woman of Tomorrow I haven't read yet, but
we're gonna have Kite Man and Batman.
yeah.
By the way, Leo, you keep saying it. It's Supergirl World of Tomorrow. So just you say keep saying Wonder Woman.
Oh, my bad.
No worries. Just looking
World
out.
of Tomorrow. Yep. They just
like Superman.
You know what it is? It's
Tomorrow.
Leo. You got confused because right now he's writing Wonder Woman.
Yes, that was it. Yep.
Got you, buddy.
Thank you.
You're
So, yeah, I mean, Tom King has brought a lot to DC. I know a lot of people aren't too happy with his.
Everywhere. Like, yeah, I've liked a lot of his stuff, but he definitely, with some people, has some misses.
Well, yeah, and I think the important thing is I feel like Tom is going to be a really good consultant.
Yep.
He's a good sounding board. But I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that a comic book writer has contributed significantly. I mean, I remember when they did the end credit scene for Iron Man, Brian Michael Bendis was the one who wrote the dialogue. He wrote like 6-7 pages of dialogue. So it's not the first time comic creators have been involved in cinematic portrayal. But I mean, listen, Tom is doing really well. I mean, like we've read Mr. Miracle. We loved it. I can't deny, again, it's not my favorite, but I can't deny that I did not enjoy some of his Batman run.
Yeah, his Batman run was really solid.
Yeah,
up until the very end.
Yeah, following up Snyder and Capullo, that's a tall act.
Oh, it was,
and he did a great job.
Yeah, I was a little worried because I was a huge Snyder and Capullo fan.
Right,
it's like, God damn, these guys are just everything magic.
Right,
from
and then
Porter Owls to everything. It was just
and Jar, you said it best. Like me, I thought some of his work, like Heroes in Crisis, Strange Adventures, were okay. The same thing with his Rorschach series. I've never read World of Tomorrow. I heard it's fantastic. I've been really enjoying his Wonder Woman. And we all loved his Batman One Bad Day, the Riddler, which Gunn said that was one of his favorite Batman comics of all time.
Yeah, that Riddler story, holy shit.
Yeah. So
I've been suggesting that to everybody.
Yeah. So listen, personally, I think it's going to be great. I'm really excited always when comic creators have that because I feel like it's a nice in between it's a nice speaker for the fans, but also somebody who understands how executives work, It's a nice little intermediary. And again, I've met Tom a bunch of times. He's the nicest guy. to his fans. I hope that relationship with him and James Gunn works really well.
Same.
Yeah.
You
We
know,
need a few good, really not just good, but epic DC movies.
yeah.
I want like what Marvel had in its beginning, where you could not wait for the next
Yeah.
to hit.
Well, just before we get to the next news, remember we got 2024. We have Creature Commandos. That's the animated series coming out, which is supposed to going to probably be really good. And then you got Superman Legacy in 2025. So,
hey, Chris.
Yeah. Chris says his Superman Walmart story is amazing.
I don't know what that
I
means.
don't doubt that. I mean,
Well,
listen.
So I mean, with DC, I mean, I know they've had hits and misses, but I really have faith in the upcoming DC. You know,
Yeah.
we talked about it just a little bit ago. My Adventures with Superman that they released.
That was great.
Yeah, I started rewatching it today because after reading American Alien, I was like, wait a second.
You looked at it differently.
Yeah, totally. It's they've taken a bunch of elements from American Alien into the Adventures of Superman.
Yeah. No, it's definitely good stuff.
Yeah.
But well, we listen. We wish both. I think I can speak for Splash Pages when we wish both Mr. Gunn and Mr. King can good success, not just on their own work, but everything else they're working on. Seriously, good luck.
Yeah, and give his Batman run a try. You know, just start with issue 1. You know, it's not going to let you down.
A true story. Because if it does,
Yeah,
Kite Man will
Gotham
just be
Girl
like,
and
hell yeah.
If Gotham Girl and Gotham Boy doesn't suit you,
Just keep reading.
Small little predecessor.
Yeah.
Small little bit.
So Chris says Superman Up and Away. It's called. It's 12 parts of mini comics of Superman going to
Yeah.
to rescue Orph. Oh yeah, I read that. That was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. To get him off a planet for an invasion. Yeah, that was a really good story, Chris.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah. Next up, Starman.
Yeah. Okay. So this is
this
a very brief. So this is actually really brief, but DC most recently has confirmed that the 1990 Starman series that was started with James Robinson and our previous guest Tony Harris, which is still considered one of the best limit series in all of DC history, and I cannot strike that enough. It is still considered canon in our current DC Dawn of DC timeline. This confirmation came in Jeff Johns and Mikel Janin's Justice Society of America issue 8, where we see Helena, aka Huntress Wayne, from a timeline where she is the daughter of Batman and Catwoman. She is now currently in our present day DC, where she is essentially trying to align what she knows of her future, aka her present, with the JSA's present, where she has been trying to essentially recruit members from her JSA. And one of them being Kyle Knight, aka the Mist, in her timeline being the son of Jack Knight and the daughter of the child of Jack Knight and the daughter of the Mist, who is, as we know, is Ted Knight's famous adversary. Yeah. So this time is actually one of the first times we've actually seen Jack Knight since his retirement. Jack retiring is his mantle to Courtney Whitmore, aka what would be later Stargirl, so he can focus on being a dad. That scene is the first time we've seen Jack since the end of the series. I believe it was like 2001. So it doesn't really go into too many details regarding the fate of the ending, but it does confirm that he was a hero, he is still a dad, and most likely still not going back to any superheroing in any way, shape, or form anytime soon. Personally, I will be getting this for my collection just as in terms of completionism. But it was a nice little nod. And as a Starman fan, it was just nice to know that Jack is still alive, still, being Jack. and enjoying being the best dad he can be. So
That is cool that they're still, giving the nod over to the guy.
yeah, well,
Yeah,
Jip
it's
John
still here.
did work with James Robinson on the 1999 JSA series. They were collaborating with David S. Goyer for a bit. So he's familiar with Jack, and he also did one issue of Stars and Stripes where Courtney and Jack team up. And of course, Courtney annoys the shit out of Jack because she was very young then. So he's familiar with the character, but I agree with Jeremy. It's a nice nod. So
And
keep it up, guys.
You've been working on making us all Starman fans, so you're succeeding.
Well,
You got me
listen,
hooked.
just
And,
wait till when you're done. I already got Tommy Monaghan ready for y'all, and y'all are gonna really love that. Leo won't, but the rest of you will. So, but yeah, so yep. So check that out. Starman, canon, gotta love it. Moving on.
That's
Okay.
it.
That's it.
That's it for the news.
All right, cool. All right, we got 15 minutes. Let's go.
Hold on.
Hold on to the night.
Okay, so I need to also preface it that I've been aware of Max Landis on my radar for a bit because he actually wrote one of my favorite superhero movies, or at least at that time, is that my favorite. He's the writer of Chronicle.
Chronicle. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, that's the one where three guys find like an alien thing, and then suddenly they have telekinesis.
Oh, and they it's almost done in like a Blair Witch
Yeah, documentary, found footagey kind of. And they're all goofing off, and then of course one of them goes bad, and you gotta,
That's the way friends are.
Yeah,
Gotta figure out who's the villain.
He did Chronicle, which was pretty great. I'm not gonna lie, I own it. He also did that movie American Ultra.
Oh wow!
Which was Jesse Eisenberg being like a secret agent, like he gets reactivated as a secret agent. He also did another movie, I think it was called Mr. Right. Sam Rockwell and Andrew Kendrick. He's like Sam Rockwell's like he's a hitman who has a crisis of faith, and eventually he's similar to American Ultra. He is a reactivated hitman who's very good at his job, but he has a crisis of faith, and he starts eliminating the people hiring him instead of his targets. And then, of course, he meets Andrew Kendrick, falls in love, bad guys ensue, cool kill scenes. It wasn't a bad movie. It was entertaining. But then...
sorry. Go for
it.
I
was going to say, but also Max was also known for his opinionated videos talking about comic book characters, specifically Superman. He did one where essentially him and a group of friends, a lot of them famous actors, were essentially talking about the death and the return of Superman. And it's basically kind of talking about it, summarizing it, and also calling it out. It's actually pretty entertaining, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, so that's Max Landis.
Well, so our book today, Superman, American Alien. So this offers a fresh look at Clark Kent's journey to becoming Superman. It's a compilation of 7 stories that show us the human side of the soon-to-be superhero, from his early days grappling with his powers to the complexities of his double life as a budding journalist. The graphic novel digs deep into his personal growth with a touch of down to earth and everyday. It's a portrait of Superman you haven't seen before, all while staying informative about his origins. So it's like Drew said, it's penned by Max Landis, known for his film Chronicle, and visually brought to life by artists like Jack, known for Batman, The Black Mirror, Francis Manapul of Detective Comics, Jay Lee from Batman Superman, Joelle Jones of Lady Killer, and Nick Dragata, who worked on East of West. The team combines a compelling narrative with diverse artistic styles, each contributing a unique visual storytelling of the experience to Clark Kent's early days. And that's one thing I loved is like each story is in a different style, just like amazing.
And it wasn't distracting. Like
No.
they kind of blended well.
Yeah.
Now, this was I know I'm normally against origins. This has to be my favorite origin story of all time.
Yeah.
Like this is now my go-to. What's Superman's origin? Well, man, he got drunk like all of us, just wore off a little quicker. He had to go to space and get drunk.
I think the thing that I liked about this is that it wasn't a straight narrative. It was moments in Superman's life
That too.
that you could see formed essentially who he would be. I did like, essentially kind of establishing that he didn't just master his powers, that there was definitely a learning curve full of errors.
And a buildup of power. It wasn't just like he was automatically able to fly like at Flash's speed.
Yeah, and I also say that it was also interesting because they deliberately made sure that each time it was a different artist, which I feel like really contributed to each story because it gives that different feel. Because again, each time we saw him, he's at a different point in his life.
Yeah.
So you get that different perspective.
E.T.
Yeah, that scene right there. Sorry, but when he's trying to come to grips with not being human, and then watching E.T. and that scene, or that page right there, was just like, oh yeah, that's just. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. My question being is to you guys, which was your favorite issue?
Oh,
if you had to say you had one.
Favorite issue.
Because I have two.
I like.
I love the Parasite issue. Mind you, that was probably the most unoriginal of all the tellings. Like, there's always a like it seems like in most origin stories with Superman, there's always a parasite telling.
Okay.
But I really appreciated it. It was the fight between him and Parasite were done well. And the last issue, I'm sorry, at the very end, that gets me right into feels. I was just like, oh, that's what they're doing, huh?
Yeah. What about you, Leo?
I like the storyline. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, go for it, Carrie.
Oh, sorry, Carrie. You were saying.
I like the story. I just talk a lot. I like the storyline with it was included in 2 issues with him being mistaken for Clark or for Bruce Wayne.
Oh, that was
hilarious. Oh my god, that was amazing.
Yeah.
I love
the way
that.
they incorporated it then into another one was hysterical.
Yeah, and then it went into the next one where, like, not the very next one, but like a couple issues later, they're talking about him, and they're just like, even Batman comes in and like, how'd you pretend to be Bruce Wayne? Blah blah blah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That one I thoroughly enjoyed because it to me felt like such a non-Superman thing to do. But then he did it, and I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not mad. Like, it's genius that it worked out. And that one was full of cameos too. Like you saw all these people, and I was like, Sue Dibney is at this party? Like, what? Damn! Before she met Ralph, she was a party girl. Oh my god! When he met Dick Grayson, that shit was killing me.
That was
that was really good.
Yeah.
And then
kids just like, I'm trying to get out there to be working with my boss,
right? But then that, and then I gotta be honest, I love when he's trying to find his own identity and he's basically trying to be Batman. Like, I was just like, what the fuck, man? But each one was great. I mean, even this one where he's trying to help, and these people just push him to the wrong lane, and he like nuked that one dude's arm off. Actually, both of them, right?
Yeah, both of them, and I think that's one thing that I really enjoyed about this is showing the human side of Clark. You know,
Mhm.
we know he's the Blue Boy Scout, but you know, like in his younger years, you know, dealing with anger and whatnot. You know, it's really a humanizing story. Like if the Superman story would be told today. Um,
Oh, and then I loved seeing Clark with friends.
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was really great because I feel like you always think of him as a lonely character, but he had friends. He had Pete Ross. And it was nice to see others than Pete Ross because I feel like that's a very Smallville thing, like focusing on Pete Ross and Lana Lang. And I was like, did he have any other friends? Like, did I miss something here?
Well, and so many people in Smallville. I didn't really watch the series, so I don't know what all happened there. But they knew, like, the airplane pilot, got the what do you call it, crop duster pilot or whatever that took him with the hook
Oh
to
yeah,
try to
yeah.
get up to speed and stuff. He knew what was going on. The police officers,
Small
like,
town was
come and
just
look
like,
over
yeah, keep
here.
quiet.
Oh my,
Yeah, so it's like,
wait. I'm sorry, Carrie. I just remembered another favorite moment in this because I don't think I actually had a favorite issue. Sorry.
This
okay.
feels
Oh
like an Archie,
no,
like
yeah, I was just saying it was. Yeah,
Well, Drew, that's exactly how I feel. The whole book is great, but it's just certain moments you pick out, like Deathstroke, poisoning Clark and him getting
that
drunk.
was
Oh
great.
my God, he flicked his finger and
Yeah,
knocked
He's like,
Deathstroke.
boom.
I think that, and then this idea that Lex Luthor gave him the idea to his name.
yep.
Right?
You know, I was
That
like,
was cool.
wow, that was crazy. Um, yeah, it's just the whole thing was just fantastic. It was a solid read. And I'm like Jar, I'm kind of a harsh judge when it comes to Superman stories because I feel like he's so OP that it's
Yeah.
really easy to write him like essentially how I would see him is like he's basically God. He's basically a living, indestructible God unless you have magic space rock. You know?
The
Um,
the interaction with Deathstroke is just friggin' hilarious. Deathstroke comes in. What you're feeling is a neurotoxin shutting down your senses one by one. It was your champagne glass. You'll be dead in seconds. Let go. Then he says, "No, I fine. Slow dizzy, maybe."
yeah, it was funny. Even like I said, even seeing Lois Lane, Oliver Queen, who again remembered him
Yeah.
from this moment, which I
Yeah.
thought was really funny.
That was actually great where like he's doing the going to get the story from both of those two, and it was just such like insight to all those
Uh,
characters.
and and just God, it's so easy to write Lex Luthor as the biggest jerk
Right?
in the world, but he's still the smartest person in the room.
I thought this
but same
stuff at
here
the end was
too.
gonna go somewhere.
Yeah, I
Yep.
kind of I gotta be honest, I kind of enjoyed those because it was nice little nods to the other heroes in there. I love the Doomsday one, the Mr. Miziklik one was also great too. Um, snarky little gnome. Um, yeah, like again, anytime with Lois Lane, great. Again, moments like, oh my God, Lex dropping off Clark at the daycare at LexCorp.
All right.
Wow, you are such a jackass, Lex Luthor.
Well,
Yeah.
You
and
know?
then having Dick Grayson being in the daycare at
Oh, that was
LexCorp,
perfect.
I was like, what?
Yeah. How did you
Holy
get this?
shit!
You cheated. I'm like, it's such a, again, it's the laying down the foundation, you know? It was just so great. And again, it was really well written. And it was just kind of different because, again, I've read quite a few Superman origin stories. And I liked how this didn't take away, it didn't retcon anything, but it told stories that I feel make sense in
Yeah.
the grand scheme of Superman
Definitely
slash Clark Kent becoming who he was.
Yeah, it definitely fits his history. It's
Yeah.
just like it's like if they did another young Superman show and like here's some more adventures of Superman and more adventures of Superman.
Right. And then at the end, him fighting Lobo, I was like, who else could
Oh
he
yeah, I
fight?
Oh
was
my
not
God,
expecting
yeah.
that at all. I was like, oh, Lobo's in this shit.
Yeah.
And he
And
wrote Lobo right. He was a dick.
Lobo, listen, anybody, I feel like there's only a few times I've ever read Lobo, and he hasn't been a grade A turd. And I think the only time I ever read it where he wasn't was when he was the kid version of him, the Slobo. I think it was like Small Lobo. And that was when he was on Young Justice, you know. But beyond that, like, God, no.
Yeah, that
Lobo
original
is such an
costume.
asshole,
Got
and he
it.
knows it. So he's aware. He does not give a fuck.
I like how in this origin that people got hurt, people died.
Yeah, because it's real, you know. Because it's again the reminder that as good as Superman is, he can't save everybody, and that's his hardest pill to swallow as a person.
Mhm.
Is despite his best efforts, he can't help everybody, and that's his burden. That every choice he makes, somebody else could get hurt, and that's his failure because he could do everything, but he still can't.
This is funny. He's just sitting there having lunch. Gotta go.
Yep. But yeah,
I'm glad to hear all. You know, it sounds like all of you loved it. You know,
yeah, it was
Oh, yeah.
Leo. It was a really solid read, and I'm good. Thank you for the recommendation.
Oh, you're welcome. Like, yeah, I stumbled upon this. I kept on hearing, you know, it popping up, you know, being mentioned here and there, and
Mm-hmm.
I finally just ordered a graphic novel, and just I was utterly amazed by it.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
it was a good call, bud.
yeah. Thank you.
Hardcover or soft cover?
I got the hardcover.
Of
Oh,
course, it did.
nice.
But yeah, so honestly, I don't know. Is there anything else more to say? Because I'm kind of good on rating this and calling it a night.
Drew's ready to go to bed.
I hate you all.
Even the cops were like already ready to work with him. That I found a little bit concerning. I was like, wow.
Yeah, they're just giving him an earpiece like, you're good. Like, he can fly, he's strong, he's wearing a mask. If it works for Batman, let's go. Whatever. All right. Are we still rating books, or is this just a general consensus? Like,
Well,
This was a good read.
yeah.
I don't know.
How about we just go by? You know, would you recommend this to somebody, or would you not?
absolutely.
Yeah. The
100%. Yeah.
laughs are worth it.
Yeah. Even
Yeah.
somebody who isn't into soups, I think, would be really into this.
There you go.
Yeah.
Queen of Darkness is liking it. You know, I mean, that definitely works, right? If the
Yeah.
Cenobite Queen is digging it, so there you go.
Well, people died.
Now, have all of you watched My Adventures with Superman?
I'm still Leo. You know I haven't.
Oh, Drew.
Excuse me. I'm busy.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm missing out on a bunch of stuff myself that I should.
Yeah. Y'all want to talk about Marvel What If? I'm like, I still haven't watched first season.
Oh my!
Like,
You haven't watched
Oh.
the
I
first
haven't
season?
finished
Oh,
Loki.
okay. I don't feel as bad.
but
Loki was good.
listen. I just want to say I already know about Marvel 1602, and I'm about goddamn time. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that.
We talked about that last.
Yeah.
So that is such a friggin' beautiful episode. That's
Yeah.
the Native American one, right?
No, Leo, that's the one. That's the one where Marvel taking place in the 16th century.
Oh, yeah. No, that one was okay. The Native American one, though.
Leo, trust me, when you read the comic, you're not going to say that.
Okay.
So,
That
All
was
right.
lovely.
Leo, do you want to wrap this sucker up so we can still be under 2 hours?
Yes, I'll wrap this thing up. So I want to thank everybody for watching this fine evening. You know how to find me, just Google me. But more importantly, check out these awesome people here. I run a little thing called the Dorkening Podcast Network. We got a ton of awesome people doing a ton of awesome stuff. Head on over to thedorkening.com for more. And, also check out our YouTube page, for splash pages. All the information is in show notes up above or down below. Also our socials as well. But we're trying to grow our YouTube. So, hit that like button and the subscribe button and the ding the bell. You know what to do. And Jar Jar.
Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Tuesday night, time to start Splash Page. Oh no. It's time to end Splash Pages. I know Drew's like, shut up, get out. Come check me out over on Facebook. Hang with me. Come check out Comic Book Lovers Buy, Sell, and Trade. And check out the Re-Education of Nancy Ann Ritter. And please, if you're watching this, like, subscribe, comment, all that other wonderful stuff.
Awesome. Carrie.
Hey everybody. You can find me. Look up Carrie Sanders on Facebook. If you see the avatar of a crow, that is me. You can find me here on the Splash Pages. You can find me over on the Owlite Network, where we do a bunch of storytelling stuff. We're going to be coming out with books. Oh, I write things. You can find my author page over there. But yeah, that's the easiest place to find me. I have a squirrel. I have a pillow Drew now because I don't know. It was
That's a
fun.
thing.
And I have a cat. And yeah, just search for me, have some fun, watch a bunch of new shows, check out everything on the Dorkening. It's just Leo's got everything going on great. And swap it over to the man from the pillow.
Yeah, I am the pillow man. How you
He
doing?
has his own pillow.
I brought my own pillow. So, hey everybody, I'm Drew, and my pillow just fell, so it means I'm on borrowed time as is. But when I'm not trying to fall asleep after this goddamn show, you can find me on Facebook. My Instagram is right below because Leo does this every show because I hate him. I'm also I'm finally working on posting Screen Rant regularly again. There's a lot of other things I'm working on, so please stay tuned. There's a lot of great stuff coming up that I'm working on with a bunch of other great people. But every Tuesday, I'm always here with these lovely people, where they drive me fucking crazy. But by God, I love them all. So thank you for joining us. And wait, Leo, is it still on me? I don't know if you switched it yet.
Yep.
Oh, okay. And everybody, stay tuned for next week. We're going to have the great artist, creator, consultant, publisher, and whatnot, Eric Larson is going to be on the show with us. We're going to be reviewing his 3-part series, story arc, Powerless, which is Amazing Spider-Man issue 341 to 343. And because it's Eric Larson and you got to talk about Savage Dragon, we're going to do something extra special, and we're going to be talking about the 2-part Hellboy crossover that happened in Savage Dragon. It's at Savage Dragon issue 34 and 35. Super pumped to discuss these totally great stuff with Eric and other things too. So please read up, study, bring the questions. He'll be here.
Yeah. Good job, Drew. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about 90s Spider-Man. It's going to be awesome.
Really
And with that, catch you later. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for jumping in.